Hello everyone, this is SIT, your boy here at Serious Inner Temple, where we help share the truth and nothing but the truth. Now, here today we're going to be talking about a particular topic I like to call race, the societal lie. Charles Darwinism. Okay, this idiot Charles Darwin. We're going to have to talk about this guy. You can search him up on Google. I don't even really need to show you his face, because practically everybody knows who the hell Charles Darwin is. He was the idiot talking about the European being, more intellectual than the African and all this stupid shit that makes no sense. Talking about evolution and all this nonsense. He was trying to stress the fact that if the European came from the African, then the European was the final evolution of the great human being, and that the European is the most superior. It was just a bunch of idiocy and stupidity. Now let's get on this race. We're gonna have to get on this now because things are getting crazy on the planet, and I gotta say something. There is no such thing as race. Let me get that straight. You all idiots out here running around in a maze looking for the cheese, and it's not there. They put the smell of the cheese in the atmosphere, and y'all just run like fucking roaches when the lights turn on. All trying to scurry to get to that cheese, but y'all don't get it. It's an illusion. Y'all smell the cheese, but it's not there. Y'all just a bunch of rats running in a maze. I'm here to tell y'all the straight up truth. Race does not exist. Everyone comes from the so-called African, the Egyptian, whatever you want to call it. The African person. Now, everybody, whether it's a Native American, whether it's the Hispanic, the so-called Hispanic race, whether it's the albinos, the European, the Caucasian of today, whether it's the Indian, whether it's the Native American, whatever so-called race have you, everyone originated from Israel and Africa. Do you understand? And everywhere else, really. Everybody on the planet is basically, if you're not an African person, if you're not a copper-colored person, not black, okay? There's a reason why I'm saying that. Okay, the so-called black people of today, they are highly melanated. Their skin is highly densely melanated. Very densely melanated with outer dimensional dark matter. Outer dimensional dark matter comes from outer space and comes from the gods. Yes, people. The darker skin trait back in ancient times was referred to as the intellectual trait, due to the fact that the darker your hue, the more knowledge from outer dimensional space you can obtain. This is why the Moors had 360 degrees of knowledge. They don't tell you about this information, but I'm trying to tell you right now. Everybody on this picture, if they're not dark, then they are different variations of the African. They're just different variations. We're all the same people. The difference is, the darker you are, the more of a higher frequency you have throughout your body. The lighter you are, the less of a frequency you have. Which means, the darker you are, the more better and more efficient your body will run. The stronger and more dominant and more virile and more fertile your body will be. The lighter you are, the less dominant, the less virile, the less fertile, and the less amount of strength you will have. It's part of the reason what happened in ancient Eurasia. The Caucasians were in the Dark Ages, and they needed the Moors to come help them. Basically, the genetic parent to help put them back in order. The melanin was running out due to the fact that the lighter people were mixing with the lighter people. Eventually, the melanin ran out. They couldn't have children anymore. They needed the darker people to come over there and help repopulate the place. Otherwise, they'd die off. There is no race. There really is no African. There really is no European. There really is no Chinese. There really is no Asian. There really is no Native American. There really is none of these things. We are all humans. Now let me break the word down. Hue, a person with outer dimensional dark matter or melanin throughout their body. The more densely packed the melanin is, the more darker of a hue they will have to their skin. Hence the word hue. Now, man. man. The original terminology for man is woman, because the woman came before the man. You cannot have a man and then create a woman. It doesn't work that way. You need the woman first, and then the man will come out of the womb. Do you understand? Woman. Before patriarchy, there was something called matriarchy. Do you understand? The woman used to rule before the man did. The woman fucked up, and now now there's something called patriarchy, where the man is above the woman now. And it doesn't mean that he's necessarily, he's better or anything. But the woman had her time to reign. Now the man is ruling now. See? And it's just karma. The woman messed up, and then the man messed up back in ancient Kemet. But that's not the point. Now everything's all confused and everything now, and the woman needs to get herself right. And the man needs to get himself right. But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is the reference point to explain. There is no love in America. Everybody sees this thing called race, but they can't understand that we're all just different variations of the original people of the planet Earth. Very, 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 very dark people. We're just different variations. I myself am a very dark person. They call me Latino or Latin American, even though I look like an African person. So what I'm trying to tell you is that, and also another thing, this whole black thing, we have to get on this. We seriously have to get on this. See, black people, you're not black. I'm not black. No one on this entire planet is black, and no one on this entire planet is white either. These so-called white people are albinos, people with albinism. Do you understand? They're albino. It's part of the reason why when they go in the sunlight, they burn up so quickly. And they die if they stay in the sun for too long. They faint. All kinds of bad stuff starts happening. You black people, you're not black. And you're not Native American either. And also, in the Constitution up there, they said that the black is only 3/5 human. 3/5 human. You're not even a whole human being. And you're calling yourself not even a whole human being. Do you not understand? Why the hell would you call yourself that? Because you've been goaded and tricked into doing that. Calling yourselves Moors would make more sense. All human beings are really Moors. You're Mooring. You came out of the womb. The dark, murky womb. That's where everyone comes from. So we're all really Moors. We're not black. We're not white. We're not any of this crap that they're telling you out here. We need to learn how to love each other and stop this racial crap. I myself, once a long time ago, when I didn't have the knowledge that I have today, I felt a certain way about certain races of people. Whether it was good or bad. But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to stop the ignorance and bring forth the light bearer through the darkness. You see, because we've been told, oh, you got to go to the light, you got to go to the light, you got to go to the light. No. You need to go to the darkness to get to that light, that special light. All knowledge comes from darkness. It's part of the reason why we are surrounded by darkness all the time. Outer space is where all knowledge comes from. Where do you think the Moors got their knowledge from? How do you think the Egyptians were so knowledgeable and all this and that? Darkness. Through darkness, you can obtain that special light. Through meditation, through going into yourself, through that darkness, closing your eyes, meditating, breathing, you can get to that special light, people. But you're not going to get to this light because you all out here running around talking about some race crap. Let it go. None of you are any so-called race. None of you are black or white, or Hispanic, or whatever the hell you want to think. You've all been tricked by your government. The Illuminati, all that crazy shit, New World Order, that's all real. Just so that you know. And you're all being tricked out here. They're pulling you away from your source, from yourselves. You need to go within thyself in order to get to the knowledge. But a lot of y'all not going to understand what I'm trying to tell you here. This is dealing with meditation. This is dealing with occult knowledge. This is dealing with the understanding of the universe. Y'all not going to understand what I'm talking about. I do a lot of deep spiritual stuff. Not religious. Spiritual stuff. You see, religion Religion doesn't mean what it used to mean back then. Back in ancient times, religion meant paying homage to the creative force that created your very being in existence. Religion today means something about going into church or something like that. It has nothing to do with what I do. It's dealing with something that's spiritual. Electronic entities, different types of energies, real stuff. Do you understand? Dealing with telekinesis and things of that nature. But I digress. The point of this video is to spread awareness. Please try to spread this video as many times as you possibly can. Peace and love to all. And also, remember, I have love for you no matter what the hell you look like, whoever the hell you are, or whatever the hell you've done. What's important is to look forward. All you have is right now, people. Not the future, not tomorrow, not what happened 12 days ago, yesterday. What you have is right now. Okay? So I'm trying to explain to you guys. This concept of race is what's going to drive humanity into the apocalypse, basically. We're all going to kill each other over some dumb shit, and at some point y'all all going to have to realize that we're all the same people. The Lord loves you all. Take care, people. Goodbye. Have peace unto you. This is SIT, Serious Inner Temple, where we help share the knowledge that's hidden away in the darkness. Goodbye, everybody.